shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Benny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hey, this is Rebecca from the Mental Health Association. Make sure you're tuning in to Good Morning Frederick.
Ah, yes. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Welcome to the show today. All right, let's see what's happening. We should have Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express with our local news, weather, and sports. And we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick. We're going to go over the calendar from this week, this weekend, and of course, events that you're going to want to pin on your calendar for future. I've got Laura House from Gaver Farm today. We take a look back at Prospect Pantry and we talk to Ashley Wright. And Barbara Swanhart from Second Chances Garage is here to talk about Second Chances Garage and the Road Rally. Plus, we have 5 minutes with Board of Education write-in candidate Heather Fletcher. All right, don't forget about buying the swag. When you buy the swag, it helps out local organizations. Right now, the Good Morning Frederick swag proceeds are going to Christmas Cash for Kids. I haven't gotten my total yet. Of course, it's only October 2nd. Give Angie a minute and she will send me our totals for September. But I've got my brand new long sleeve shirts. I just got an email therein. I'm going to pick them up this afternoon. And at the shop tonight, because we have our cocktails and conversations networking from 5 to 7, you're going to be able to see the new long sleeve t-shirts plus my fleece. The fleece are in as well. I've got a few of those for you if you're interested, with the Good Morning Frederick logo embroidered. And I think they look pretty good. So you can buy the merch. You get something cool. And an organization here in Frederick gets some help as well. All right. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and you just want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, plus other platforms if you listen to podcasts. And if you listen to a podcast and you can't find Good Morning Frederick, let me know, and I will see what I can do about getting us on there. All right, let's get this thing started. huge thank you to our show sponsor. We help you move, whether you're moving across the street or somewhere across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole process easier. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a supporter of the Frederick community. You can find out more information at wehelpyoumove.com. And when you see someone ask on social media, hey, do you recommend a mover? Put We Help You Move. You can just say Danny recommends or Good Morning Frederick recommends. I have used them. Nick moved my family and I from our townhouse to storage and from storage to the home we're in now. Did an excellent job. And yeah, I appreciate all the hard work that he does for sure. All right, let's see. Oh, I forgot about the giveaways. If you're interested in winning, I don't know if you like to win stuff or not, but if you are, we can give you Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. Here we go. 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. Each week, we give those away. We also have the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, which is good till next June. And all you have to do is text TREE for that. And then for Maryland Lottery, it's just MDL. You're going to text to 888-465-2944. Again, that's 888-465-2944. And when you text, you'll be texted back as well. But we'd love to have you text. You can text that number anytime. So go ahead and save it in your phone right now. Just put Good Morning Frederick, 888-465-2944. Again, to be eligible to win prizes. And you can send me events that way. You can also let me know what's going on in the world in case I'm not quite aware of what's happening. You can do that as well. 888-465-2944 is the text line. All right. I know Bob's here. Chris is on his way. We're going to get that started. Well, good morning to you.
Hey, you know what? It helps when you're a radio professional. You turn on a microphone. See, I got my hat on. I'm looking good, man. I'm looking good.
I see that.
I got it down like this, you know. There you go. Like I'm looking like a rapper now, you know, or that guy named Marco, whatever his. You know,
oh yes. Oh yeah. Here we go. There's Chris.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, better late than never.
We're still in the Mets. The Mets winning.
Well, they did win. He's not connected, I don't think yet, but yeah, the Mets did win yesterday. There we go.
I love it.
Good
How's
morning,
Danny
everybody.
this morning, and welcome to the fam.
Welcome to the fam.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm slowly but surely. I'll be easing in.
Well, you know what? You're probably getting it done faster than I am.
You haven't been welcome to the new fam yet?
No, I have not. That's I've not talked to anybody yet. Nobody. I'm like,
oh boy.
And then, the boss hands me my termination letter.
Right.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Chris got fired and hired yesterday. Pretty quick turnaround though. So there wasn't too much hesitation between the firing and hiring. So
no, none whatsoever. So for those who don't know, the station that Chris and I work for, the company, has been bought out by local daily media, right? I got it right.
You got it.
Yes.
Which, I don't know how that's going to be. It's now we don't have to spell connoisseur on our emails any longer. When somebody goes, what's your email address? And I'm like,
I know.
Connoisseur, look it up.
Yeah, no kidding. Actually, it was funny because yesterday they're like, here's your email address, and it was a connoisseur one. I said, but isn't that dumb? We're gonna change in like days, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna wait for local daily media. I think that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, they're gonna, it's gonna be migrated over soon. But hey, people in this world, I think a lot of people who are listening and watching this, they're gonna go, yeah, we've all been down that road. I've been down it like 6 times now in my 30 years. So as long as they still, the thing I said yesterday is I'm like, okay, so they use a different payroll system. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about that yet, do I? And so I think we still use the same old. So
yeah, I
just
think
as long
most
as
of the stuff will be transferred over. You'll be fine. But yeah, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be
so
great once all this gets the dust settles.
the funny thing is that then you get the check in the mail from your 401k, because if they're not using the same company, then they don't at least the last time this happened, they didn't just transfer it, via bank, a wire transfer. No, they sent me a check.
Oh,
and I'm like,
that's not good.
Wow. I'm like, it's not, I'm in radio, so it's not that much. But I'm still going to the bank going, oh gosh, that's a lot of money for me. That was 10 grand. It's a lot.
Yeah. All at once in one check.
How long ago was that, Bob?
10 grand. It was like, after 30 years, that's my 401k.
How long ago was that, though? Because that was just
more of a 401d.
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh,
my wife took the everything Frederick cup, so
I know. I'll get you another one. Don't you worry.
Yeah, that's okay. She's got it. She just she's visiting her mom right at the moment. So,
right.
Yeah,
nice, very
party
nice.
at my house. Me and Meatball.
All right, Chris, what is happening locally?
All right, so taking a look at the news. Property owners in Frederick County can begin applying for the Creek Relief Restoration Program. The Division of Energy and the Environment says those landowners who are accepted can have native trees planted on their properties at no cost to them. In addition to planting native trees on local properties, the county provides free maintenance, other program features, including payments to owners for keeping a permanent easement on their replanted land. The county says the Creek Relief Program has helped protect the watershed by restoration of more than 575 acres since 2017. And in something we talked about pretty heavy today on the Morning News Express, actually we had County Council President Brad Young on. The Frederick County Council on Tuesday night voted down an ordinance allowing the county to put a temporary moratorium on residential construction in areas where schools are overcrowded. The measure was sponsored by Councilman Steve McKay, who said the halt in construction would give the county and the school system some time to come up with a solution. He said that the county is facing a perfect storm when it comes to school construction requirements, which could overwhelm the budget. As part of the initial workshop, I provided a financial analysis that shows that we need an additional $400 million in school construction funds above and beyond the current CIP, Capital Improvement Program, to meet these needs over the next 10 years. And we don't have a solution for the shortfall, he said. Councilwoman Renee Knapp said the county is doing something about meeting future school construction needs. The majority of this council has voted for $21 million additionally per year to address the aging infrastructure of our schools. This summer, the county executive announced 3 initiatives to address school capacity issues in the east side of the county. And there's the information on the Frederick County School Construction Master Plan Workshop, she said. So that was a big topic today that me and Bob were talking about on air. Again, we had Brad Young on about that. And we'll get that posted on our Facebook page a little later on so you can hear that. On Saturday, September 28th at 6:20 p.m., Fort Lauderdale Police said that the FBI, in partnership with the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, arrested David Philip Turner, 33, of Miami, after an arrest warrant was issued for August 25th, 2024, in the murders of Cremia Baker and Sean Lang. Sheriff's Office detectives have worked tirelessly 7 days a week for over a month with the help of multiple law enforcement agencies to identify the person responsible for these shocking murders. This investigation has been a priority of this office since the morning of the shootings, and anxiously waiting for closure and the arrest of the person responsible. The public has been extremely patient and can now be completely confident that this was a targeted domestic-related murder. I extend my thanks to Lake Linganore community for their assistance in the investigation and their patience while we worked to apprehend the murderer. The Sheriff's Office will continue to ensure the safety of Frederick, and that coming from Sheriff Chuck Jenkins. And was supposed to read that yesterday. Sorry about that. I got cut off, so I want to make sure for those that didn't know, I did read it today.
We're keeping tabs. We're keeping tabs on you.
And taking a look at the weather, it has been rainy. This morning was a little bit rainy. A few showers this morning with overcast skies during the afternoon hours. Looking at a high of 69. And tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low of 54. And taking a look at tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, high 74. Tomorrow night, mostly clear skies. We're looking at a low of 57.
Well,
in sports, you know what? The Orioles got everything they could have gotten from Corbin Burns in a pitching effort, but they didn't get anything on the hitting effort. You know, the team that has the second most home runs in the major leagues could barely scratch out a couple hits. The Orioles lose game one of their wild card game, 1-0 to the Kansas City Royals at Camden Yards. Game two is tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, at 4:08. The elsewhere in baseball, it was Detroit over Houston by a score of 3-1, and the San Diego Padres beat Atlanta by a score of 4-0. And the Mets beat Milwaukee 8-4. Okay. Elsewhere, I said 8-4, right? Field hockey.
Good job.
Field hockey yesterday. Urbana beat the Walkersville 5-3. The Oakdale Bears upended Catoctin 7-2. Frederick Downs Middletown by a score of 1-0. And girls flag football, Linganore over Tuscarora 13-6. Boys soccer saw Tuscarora over Middletown by a score of 4-1. TJ Downs Frederick 3-2. Girls soccer, Brunswick over St. James by a score of 6-1. There you go. That's a look at sports.
Wow. And how about, did you guys watch the debate last night?
Reluctantly, yes, I did.
I did about an hour. I'd say an hour and 15 minutes. And then I'm like, I got to go to bed. And I tried to turn it on in the bedroom because we do have a TV. We just never watch it. But Linda's not here. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it in bed. And I haven't plugged the TV in the bedroom. That's why we don't get to watch it. So, you know, I don't think it gave us much after that. It was what a lot of people said was cordial and a tad boring.
Yeah. Nothing fiery, which I guess is probably what you expect. So,
yeah, a lot of people were hoping for that.
Yeah,
not fiery.
I'm happy with boring. I've said it on the air. I said it before. I'm not into all the name calling or the rhetoric. I just want, you know, I wanted to debate, have a debate, be respectful of one another, and not talk over each other. Again, you know, that's me. I'm a pretty boring person, but I'm just not into all the name calling and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't need any of that. There's plenty of that around. Oh my gosh, and the rest of it. So yeah, not too bad at all.
Nope. And
Listen,
I don't know. I don't think it moved the needle one way or the other. I really don't.
Typically, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
If the Mets make it past the series and we play the Philadelphia Phillies, there'll be plenty of name calling coming out of my mouth. So I don't need to hear it at the presidential debates.
There we go. We got that to look forward to, maybe. So there you go.
Maybe. Just hoping the Orioles can win a game.
Let's go O's. Hopefully they can pull it back today and win the next two to take the wild card. That'd be good.
Something magic's happen.
Yes, something will happen. All right, you guys
absolutely.
have a great day.
Thank you, Danny.
See you later. All right. Quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick. We're going to come back with Laura House from Gaver Farm, Prospect Pantry with Ashley Wright, Barbara Swanhart with Second Chances, and 5 Minutes with write-in candidate Heather Fletcher. All of that's coming up right after this.
Real estate policy, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon's Family beyond compare.
Let's find out what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company. They cook in small batches to make sure the food is as fresh as it can possibly be once it gets to you. You can find them at Intense Barbecue. That's IN0 Intense Barbecue. Find them and satisfy your meat tooth. All right, let's head over to the best calendar in the whole land that you can find at promocircus.com. You're going to click on Everything Frederick Live, and then you're going to click on Calendar of Events. And the best way to view the calendar day by day is to click on the Agenda tab so you can see hour by hour when things begin, what is available. All right, it is October. That means I need to update this. The Frederick County Animal Control Microchip Clinic is actually free. In the month of October, every Wednesday, you can get your pet microchipped for free because it is part of the Subaru grant that they received. Subaru loves animals, and you can get your animal microchipped for free. Now, if you can't make it to Frederick County Animal Control between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Wednesdays in October, they are going to be at Frederick Subaru, which is kind of right off Waverly Drive, Frederick Motor Company. They're going to be there, I think it is October 12th. So, and that's like from 9 to 1. So if you want to get your pet microchipped for free, October is the month to take care of that. I have all your high school sports on the calendar as well for the next few days anyway. There are a lot. It's like 22, 25 things a day. Anyway, I'm catching up as much as I can. Tonight, cocktails and conversations at the home of everything Frederick, 5 to 7 p.m. Come on out. Shannon's organized some live music as well for this evening and some cocktails. It's really fun. It's a great group. Actually, we hardly see the same people month in and month out. It's not the same people that go to a lot of the other networking events, which I really love. It's very casual. We sit, we chat, we laugh. It's a lot of fun. 5 to 7 tonight. Plus, if you come tonight, you'll be able to get your Good Morning Frederick swag. I've got the new fleece that just came out, and I'm picking up the long sleeved tees, which are ready for the winter. And I think they're going to look great. I can't wait to see them. So anyway, that is tonight, 5 to 7, 401 North Market Street. Tomorrow, school is closed. School is closed. FCPS is closed tomorrow for Rosh Hashanah. Tomorrow evening, of course, is the final Alive at 5 on Carroll Creek at the amphitheater. You're going to want to, I don't know if my light just flickered on and off. That's really odd. Anyway, I'm not sure if the power went off or not, but here we are. Hopefully we're still here. Anyway, so Alive at 5, $6 to get in. Must be 21 and up to get in. And you're going to want to head to the final Alive at 5 with our friends, the Learned Doctors. It's going to be a great evening. A lot of us are going to be out there. So if you want to come by and say hello, we'd love to hang out with you. All right. On Friday, Tech Frederick games down in Baker Park. If you drive by Baker Park and you wonder what is going on out there, pretty much from 8 to 5, there will be a bunch of people in Baker Park competing in Tech Frederick games. It's a bunch of different companies playing fun games. Like last year, they did Hungry Hungry Hippo. There is all kinds of trivia and fun stuff that they're competing in. It's a 90s theme, so people will be in some sort of costuming for the time. It's going to be a great time. Tons of high school sports tomorrow. The reason I put this on the calendar is I think it's really important for us to support our local high schools. Even if you don't have kids in the school, those local high schoolers are still part of your community. When you go to the games and you support them, you're helping the local teams, the local schools, athletic directors. You're giving them a little bit of a budget by paying a couple of dollars there, or helping out the boosters by purchasing your coffee and hot dogs and stuff at the concession stand. On Saturday, it is the Key City Foundation Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run. Please sign up. We'd love to get them to more than 100 runners. 100, I think, has been their top, and we'd love for them to beat that number. If you want to sign up still, you can do that. Use the code GMF 5K 2024, and you're going to save 10% off of the registration fee. So Saturday looks like it's going to be a nice day. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate. So run the 5K and help Key City Foundation. That's a great organization, and we love to see them do well. All right. It is First Saturday this Saturday, so come to the home of everything Frederick. We've got a craft. Shannon and Tara have organized a fun fall craft. It's free for kids to participate in. You can stop by between noon and 2. You can come by anytime. And there are some fun crafts to do. Bring the kiddos by, and you can shop and pick up great artisan gifts and other things if you like. We have Flying Cows merch. We have everything Frederick merch. We've got those Frederick girl tees with the Maryland flag on them. And of course, Good Morning Frederick merchandise available as well. So that is noon to 2, First Saturday in downtown Frederick. At 4 o'clock in downtown, there is the Uptown Salsa Night from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Carmack J's parking lot, which is the place right between Old Town and 4th Streets. It's where they do the farmers market. There's free salsa and bachata lessons and performances as well. And then from 6 to 9 p.m., there's a free dance party up at 6th and Market Streets. That's right up at Old Mother. There's going to be a dance area. 50/50 is going to be serving up a smash burger taco. You can grab a margarita at Old Mother Brewing as well. Plus, I think a lot of the merchants are going to have salsa tasting along the way. So if you're up at, first Saturday evening, if you're around, then head to Uptown Salsa Night throughout downtown Frederick. All right, tons of Trail of Jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkin patches, corn mazes, all of that stuff you can see on the calendar as well, all happening in Frederick. I mean, so many great opportunities to get the kiddos out and to check out all of the great events going on. All right, on Sunday, how about a mimosa brunch at Frederick Social? You can head in there. They've got great food, 50 Citizens Way, right on Carroll Creek. You can head to Frederick Social on Sunday and check that out. Also, if you want a place to watch the game, head over to Benstown at 6, I think it's South Bend Street. You can find them there. Yeah, 6 South Bends. The mix and match beer buckets, $15 for 5 domestic beers. Great. Wings, amazing. You're going to love the food at Benstown if you've not visited yet. And it's a great place to watch the game. All right, some other events that you're just going to want to keep on your calendar. Of course, we've got Canines on the Creek, October 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. And I'd love to get them 100 dogs participating. I think 80 was their top last year. Would love to get them to 100 because This is the FSK Lions Club. That's who benefits from Canines on the Creek. And they're able to do some great things in our community. And then the Second Chances Road Rally is November 2nd. And I'll have Barbara on here in just a second to talk all about that. All right, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or you can text it to me, or of course, you can tag me on social or send it to me through Messenger. That would be great. All right, it's now time to talk about who's making the Frederick market great. This edition of Market Makers is sponsored by the Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment at the Healing Storm where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve stress and pain. They do massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and they have a whole healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com for all the details, and you can schedule an appointment. The Healing Storm, a place to unwind and recharge through alternative healing. All right, to Laura House, Gaver Farm is simply the family's farm for a majority of the year. This time of year is when the public is invited to check everything out. Family Fall Fest, and you are invited to come shop for pumpkins, check out the farm animals, and engage in more than 60 interactive activities. Here is Laura from Gaver Farm.
I'm with Laura. We're at Gaver Farm, right off Old National Pike. Is it Dietrich or Detrick Road?
It's Dietrich Road.
It is Dietrich Road. Waze will say Detrick, so don't freak out when you put it in to come here. Gaver Farm, you guys have had this in your family how long, this farm?
My parents started the farm when my dad was in high school, and they started selling Christmas trees back in 1983.
When he was in high school?
Yes.
He had the forethought.
So he did. He's planted his first trees. His grandfather got him started with it. They knew there were a lot of years you had to grow them before you could start selling them. So he got started, and when my parents got married, they started selling Christmas trees.
I do remember when we moved to Frederick in the late 70s, but I do remember the tree farm. That was kind of how I was introduced to this farm. And now you are the daughter.
I am. I'm Laura House.
Yeah.
Married. My husband Brian also works on the farm full time.
Yeah.
So it's a family business. We're all involved. My brother and his wife and other family members are here as well.
Yeah. So you've extended a little bit just from the trees. Now you have an orchard, and you're doing pumpkins, and now you're inviting families to come out.
We do. Yeah. So we have lots to pick. We have an orchard with several varieties of apples. We actually planted more apple trees this year, so we'll be maturing more and more apples in the next few years. We have pick your own pumpkins and sunflowers.
Oh, wow, nice. The store is humongous. I don't remember it being that big. Has it always been that big?
It is.
Okay.
So we built that mainly to house Christmas trees. We do fresh cut Christmas trees in the fall, in the Christmas season, in addition to our cut your own. We found that in bad weather years or
how nice to walk in and
want a fresh tree, but they don't want to or not able to cut it on their own. So in the back 2/3 of the farm market, we'll have fresh cut trees there. But it's also a great place that we can put jams and jellies and baked goods and all those
all that
delicious goodies
fudge.
And pumpkins.
There's fudge in there, people. It looks amazing. Okay, so right now it's the fall festival. You guys are open daily?
We are.
Okay.
Every day, 10 to 6.
10 to 6 every day. You can come out. You can find these amazing pumpkins. You can now is the all of that is open for the kids too. I know you guys said you had like over 60 things for kids to do.
Yeah, we have 65 activities. We're all very passionate about ag education.
Yes.
So we try to tie everything we do to farming. This is a real working farm. In addition to what guests come here to pick, we also grow corn and soybeans. We have a beef herd. We have a hog operation. So we're traditional farmers.
Yeah.
And we've added the ag tourism as well. But we like to educate kids.
Yeah.
So many kids are removed from the farm. They maybe don't know or see where their food comes from.
Yeah.
So it's important to us to be that link and to show them.
I love that. I love that because it is important. And yeah, kids, I mean, we just came off a week of the fair, 9 days with the fair, where there was a lot of education happening intentionally, hopefully they learned something. They got off school to learn something, I'm sure. But yeah, seeing where things are, how things are grown, how it looks before it gets to a store. Yeah, what farmers have to deal with on the daily really is important for them to do that. So you do that through some of the activities you guys have here.
We do, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have lots of farm animals here, so they get to meet the farm animals. But we have cute little signs that have interesting facts, and they learn about them by seeing them and just being inquisitive. We also have a lot of our farm machinery incorporated into the Fall Festival, so they can learn about big tractors and combines, and that's a really neat part of farming.
Yeah, it really is. It truly is. And has there been, what's been the biggest challenge having a working farm that is also now a tourist kind of placed with a lot of the public here? Have you guys encountered any challenges over the years?
I think the biggest challenge for us is we're farmers.
Yeah.
And so that's what we know.
Yeah.
And so learning how to do all of the other things of running a business. You know, I love being outside. I love farming, and I spend a lot of my time in the office. So I think it's just trying to find that balance between we still need to get the farm work done, and then facilitating, you know, scheduling and answering emails and the phone. We have an awesome team, so a lot of people work hard to make it happen.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's the wearer of many hats, and usually the ones you don't love the most. And I get that for sure. If there was one thing you wanted people to know who are watching, to know about Gaver Farm, what would that be if they walked away with one thing?
It's a great place to bring your family. We want to provide a place where families can come out here together, maybe unplug from their phone for the day, just enjoy good quality time together, and make memories. And we do have families that have the tradition of coming to our farm and have been doing it for 10, 20, 30 years. This is our 40th year selling Christmas trees. So we just want to be part of the community in that way.
Yeah, well, for sure. You are an integral part of the community. So families can come out and enjoy the farm daily, 10 to 6, and pick a pumpkin that some are bigger than probably your children. And I can't believe you guys have grown them, every one of them here.
We do,
because I know a lot of places purchase to help with the supply, but that is amazing. And you said your brother is the pumpkin guy.
He is. Yes, he is the pumpkin guy. So we plant our pumpkins in the spring. They grow all summer. And my brother is our picker. So most of our pumpkins that we sell in the farm market, we grow inside a deer fence, which is on the other side of the farm. Because we need a deer fence so that we can keep those critters off of our pumpkins.
Love them, but yes.
Yes, so he does the picking. He has a team that helps him pick, and he brings them up to the market for us. So yeah, he's great.
That's amazing. All right, I've got the URL on screen. You can go to the website, check out all the details. Support a family farm that is supporting the community. Come out and enjoy the Fall Festival. Fall Fun Fest is what it is. Bring the whole family out for a day of fun. Get your pumpkins for your porches, and then come November, get your Christmas tree here too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
I want to thank Laura and Gaver Farm for that. All right, one more quick break. We're back with a look back at Prospect Pantry and Ashley Wright. Then Barbara Swanhart from Second Chances Garage to talk about the road rally. And then 5 minutes with BOE write-in candidate Heather Fletcher. All of that is coming up after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Ah, yes. And how about A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing, siding. They also do windows and gutters, along with patios and decks. Now, with all this rain we've been having, take a look inside and outside to see if anything looks amiss. Is the rainwater running up over your gutters? That's what was happening to us. And I contacted Sandra, had her come out. She put on this metal grate over our gutters. That way the water gets in, but the leaves and debris do not, and they don't clog the pipe. And when it's 2 stories up, it's not so easy to get up there and clear it out. They can also take care of a new patio or deck or repair one that you already have. Call 301-703-2157, or you can email info@ansconstruction.net. That's info@ansconstruction.net. Of course, just visit them online. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs. Tell Sandra that Danny or Good Morning Frederick sent you her way, and she will take great care of you.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right. And now we're going to take a look back. Ashley Wright took a chance on Newmarket several years ago. Definitely seems to be working out for this mom who loves to create in the kitchen. She has created a space that people flock to right on Main Street in Newmarket. Here is a look back with Ashley from Prospect Pantry.
Here with Ashley Wright from Prospect Pantry. And you started this business when we started Foodie Friday. I think even we had to wait a little bit because you were still getting some stuff under wraps. So that was 2020?
We'll be celebrating 2 years this June, but I believe when I first met Danny, it was a year before we opened. We didn't think it would be that long, and we brought in some samples, and so that was a year before we even opened, so that would have been, 2021, I guess? Yeah.
So 2 years this June.
2 years this June.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And you are doing fabulous. If you guys don't know, Ashley's place, Prospect Pantry, is right on Main Street in Newmarket. Mm-hmm. I feel like you are such an integral part of this community now. And that's pretty cool.
And it is really cool. We first moved here about 5 years ago, and my husband and I immediately just tried to dive into everything we could get our hands on, knowing we would open a restaurant. So we like to think we're one of the staples. Main Street is wonderful. There's a lot of businesses booming, and we're just happy to be a part of that. So,
yeah. What's changed since you opened to today?
The biggest changes, I think, have been the acquiring our liquor license, which will be a year as this June as well. So there'll be 2 things that we're celebrating. So we have a whole cocktail list we're coming out with. We also have a mocktail list. We do happy hour all day Monday, all day Fridays. And we're picking up on special events that we're doing. We do host a Rotary twice a month. We do an open mic roughly once every 3 weeks, and that is open to anyone for all ranges of talent. We set up a stage. People bring their own instruments, full menu, full bar. That's been a huge success. So I would say that, and catering has picked up a lot. So just being able to provide things. We try to offer alternatives, like for kids' birthday parties instead of pizza. We have a whole kids' catering menu. And a lot of people have trusted us for their special occasions, and that business is just picking up. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So the storefront or restaurant front here is open limited hours, right? So
we are open 8 to 3. We're only closed on Tuesdays. As of January 1st this year, we are open on Mondays.
Okay.
So just closed Tuesday. Yep.
All right. So you only have one day of rest.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's rest, but yes. Yeah.
One day of planning to get ready for the rest of the week.
Yes.
And then so if people love your food, which is absolutely amazing, they can get it catered for an event that they're doing?
Absolutely. And we do curbside pickup. So if it's bad weather or you're in a hurry, you can just order online and we will bring it right out to your car. We work a lot with a lot of local schools, the fire department, the police department, the yoga studio, Fit to Shine down the street. We work with people on any budget.
Okay.
And so I think that's helped us a lot too. It doesn't matter what your budget is, we can make it work.
Yes,
So.
yeah. And your menu is a twist on some classics, and
Yes.
you do some things that I would never have tried before unless you said, try this, like the watermelon with the
feta,
balsamic.
the mint,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
balsamic glaze.
But how does that come about? Like, where does that come from for you?
I think we tried to take staple items and just elevate them.
Yeah.
And so we make all our sauces from scratch. We have a whole separate area of our kitchen that's dedicated to gluten-free as well. But just in terms of what we put on the menu, we wanted it exactly how Danny described it. We wanted you to look at it and be like, oh, that's weird. Let me try it. And for the person that's eating it to be pleasantly surprised with the flavor combination.
Yes.
And it does work. And we do a lot of trial and error, but my husband and I did the whole menu ourselves with a couple people that I ask outside for help. Terry, you know who you are. But
Terry, you're lucky.
Terry is the best chef I know. So yeah, we just try to make it unique and something people can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
So.
And it really is. I mean, I have tried many things on your menu, and I have never, ever been disappointed. So I can tell you for sure. And you know, the gluten-free options are, again, elevated. It's not just your standard regular sandwich, just gluten-free bread. Like, you take a lot of care, I think, in deciding, you know, that menu, which is great. What would you say has been the toughest thing over the last couple years?
You know, I guess it's a good thing that nothing comes immediately to mind.
Yes, that's excellent, actually.
Parking is always a challenge.
Yeah.
We have 4 dedicated spots in the back, and obviously Main Street's open, and the church is nice enough to let us use that, not on Sundays.
Yeah.
Parking's a challenge, and I guess just getting open and everything with the health department and navigating what it meant just to open a business, regardless of it being food and beverage. That was really tough.
Yeah.
The health department's been wonderful. The liquor board's been awesome. And once you find people, they are more than willing to help you. But just navigating alone how to do
right?
It is.
A lot.
It's a lot.
And you don't want to make a mistake, and you don't want to put something out there that you have to.
I did that plenty of times. My husband and I were like, okay, well, we won't do that again. Live and learn. But you know, you take it in jest, and it's not easy to open a business, but everyone that we've worked with has been tremendously supportive, and we have a lot of support from the town, a lot of regulars, and we have people coming in every day saying they've never been here, it's their first time. So we really rely on word of mouth, and that's been very, very helpful, and it's shown us a great deal of results from that.
Yeah. Now, you and your family live on property.
We do.
Right?
We
so,
do.
And you have how many kids?
We have 2 kids.
2 kids.
An 8-year-old, she's in 2nd grade up the street, and a 2-year-old little boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're opening a business while you have young kids.
Yes.
How has that been with them?
It's always a challenge, but they love to be a part of it.
Yeah.
They have their own little aprons, and they like to come downstairs, and it's just really nice having the space. You know, when we're closed, like, you know, we used it to dye Easter eggs, and we used it to host Thanksgiving dinner, but the kids love being a part of it.
Yeah.
They're really proud of it so far.
Well, and I think showing your children, and I've spoken to a lot of entrepreneurs whose kids are a part of it, when you show your children what's possible, it kind of opens the world for them, right? And
Absolutely.
it gives them an idea that the American dream, I guess, the working hard and getting something that's pretty cool. So
absolutely,
I love that.
and it's really nice having something that they can be proud of.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, if we didn't live with such an easy commute,
yes,
it probably wouldn't be possible with 2 little kids. But
it certainly wouldn't be as enjoyable because
Right,
you're
yeah.
leaving them for long, long hours. Yeah, it's so. I mean, it would be so convenient, obviously, that you have access and are right here on property. If there's one thing that you would like everybody to know about Prospect Pantry, what would that be?
I would have to say just how important it is to support local. And we make every effort to do that. I mean, everything you see here, we support local artists, local farms. Anytime we can support local, we try to do so. And I encourage, whether it's with us at the pantry or with anywhere else in Newmarket, I think supporting local makes a big difference for small families like my own, small families locally. And if you haven't been here, give us a try. If you don't like what you have, we will happily fix it and remake it. That doesn't really happen often, knock on wood, but we want people to come in and enjoy it. We want people to come in and celebrate things here. We rent the space out for birthdays, baby showers, bridal showers. We've done all of that. And again, our catering and buyout stuff is just getting busier, and we're just so grateful for supporting local. So I guess I would say if you haven't been here, just give us a try.
Yes, give it a try. Right on Main Street in Newmarket, Prospect Pantry. More great things to come. We cannot wait. It's Prospect Pantry. Thank you to Ashley.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you so much, Jenny, for making the time to talk to us. And it's because of people like you, and just give us a chance to talk and get our name out there, that we're able to keep moving forward. So.
No, well, it's been my pleasure. Absolutely. All right. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Want to thank Ashley. If you've not been to Prospect Pantry, you need to visit. It's excellent. The food is amazing. All right. Let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's simple. They're a full-service travel agency. They'll save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with suppliers that are going to give you the best value and maybe even some upgrades and perks. And they monitor your bookings for unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. Second Chances Garage gives back to our Frederick community in big ways, and you can support them by participating in a fun afternoon of driving through Frederick County with your family. I want to bring you Barbara from Second Chances Garage to talk about the organization and the fundraiser.
Second Chances Garage with Executive Director Barbara Swanhart. How are you today?
Danny, I'm great. Thank you for visiting.
Well, I appreciate you making the time. I've been talking about the road rally, but I thought we'd back up a little bit. I've had you on one other time to talk about Second Chances, but let's talk a little bit about the organization, the nonprofit itself, because you guys are a little bit different than most. And then we can talk about the fundraiser you have with the road rally.
My pleasure. Second Chances is a nonprofit organization. We are here in Frederick. We serve Frederick County residents. Our location exactly is on Market and 6th Street, right there at the corner. We are a neighborhood or community organization in 2 ways. One is we actually receive car donations from people in our community. We call them our angels. So if you have a car that you don't know what to do with, you want it to disappear from your driveway, you don't want to sell it online, and you want a tax deduction, we'll take your donations. So hopefully we're providing a service to the community, by helping you dispose of your cars.
Well, you did that for us last year. Ash and I donated our car We got a nice tax deduction last year on our taxes for it, and we did. We didn't know what we were going to do with this car, and thankfully, I think it's had a second life with somebody else.
Definitely. So we get the cars donated, and that's just it. Who benefits from that? Our programs benefit Frederick County residents. We have 3 programs. The first is the low-cost vehicle program, and this is the one we're probably most widely known for. So we take the car donation and we repair it so that it passes Maryland State inspection. We want it to be safe. We want it to be reliable. We then work with partner agencies. Partner agencies are other community organizations, other nonprofits, other social service organizations, because they know the people they're working with.
Yes.
And they'll identify somebody who is just doing a great job trying to work their program and become more independent and self-sufficient. And the one thing that's holding them back, say, from getting a better job, completing educational requirements, getting the kids to daycare, is a personal vehicle. We take for granted that we can jump in our car every day and just drive and get, a gallon of milk.
Yeah, one thing I talk about a lot on the show when I meet with different nonprofits, it's like Advocates for Homeless Families and SHIP and all these other organizations. I love the fact that a lot of these organizations all work together, because as somebody who's on the outside who might be contributing, you don't want to see, oh, so-and-so's doing exactly what so-and-so's doing. It's not really the case, and even if it is, they have a capacity. And once they reach their capacity, then they're able to reach out to some of these other organizations and work together. And I love that you guys utilize these other organizations because they are doing their due diligence. They are making sure people are kind of doing what they're supposed to do in order to receive this great gift.
Absolutely. If you can think of us sort of as the transportation department of all these other organizations.
Yeah,
and that's
great.
where they look to us for that. So they've identified a person that's just knocking it out of the ballpark. They know they need a vehicle, so they refer that person to us. And we go through an application process, and when we have a car that's ready to go, ready to be programmed back out to the community, the person then receives the car.
Yeah.
It's not free.
No, and I love that too, that they've got
free.
some skin in the game.
Yes, it's a $900 application fee, and that is due upon application. Some of that is used to buy taxes, tags, title, and then the remainder of that is, in essence, the person who's receiving the car, that's what they're paying for the car.
Right.
It's their first sort of donation back to the community.
Right.
And so our low-cost vehicle program, we say that, we are giving second chances to cars and people that need them.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's one of our programs. And then we also noticed that, people have cars. And their cars are breaking down, and people are holding onto their cars longer these days. A new car is pretty expensive these days.
Yeah, for sure.
So we open our doors and we do reduced cost car repairs.
Yes.
And so if you can imagine going into a commercial garage or a dealership and the, sticker shock of getting your brakes repaired.
Yeah.
Well, we do that work, and we do it for about 50% of what a commercial garage will do.
Yeah.
And we do everything here other than engine work or transmission work.
Right.
But everything else in between, we can help you with. You have to qualify.
Yeah.
Once again, it is for the acronym that the United Way throws out to the community is the ALICE. Households, asset limited, income compromised, employed.
Yeah.
And there are qualifications that you have to meet to be part of the recipients of our reduced cost car repair program. But it's a wonderful program, and believe it or not, in 2023, we did 700 car repairs.
Wow.
And we're on track to do 700 in 2024 and probably more in 2025.
Yeah.
So that program really serves a lot of people in Frederick County.
Absolutely.
And we're very proud of that program.
Yeah.
And then the last program we have is actually a driver's education scholarship. And it is just that. If a person is wanting to take driver's education, once again, referred by one of our partner agencies, we'll step up to the plate. Greg's Driving School has been wonderful, has partnered with us on this. They give us an incredibly reduced rate for our participants.
Yeah.
But we pay for that class. We pay for the driver's education courses.
And that's phenomenal. And Greg should be given applause. They've donated to, when I was doing Safe and Sane at the high school, they donate to a lot of organizations, and it's just wonderful that they're able to do that, because that's not cheap. I remember paying for that for my kids. So it's great that some of these families are getting the benefit of free because of Second Second Chances. But you guys can't do all of this without car donations and fundraisers.
That's right. Car donations, definitely. Fundraisers. I want to talk a little bit about our upcoming annual fundraiser. It is the Road Rally Scavenger Hunt. And this year we've added a poker run aspect to it. So it's a lot of fun. If you can imagine kind of a little bit of competitiveness from the comfort of your own car.
Yeah.
It's November 2nd. And since you're driving in your car and the scavenger hunt takes place from in your car, it really doesn't matter how cold it might be.
Right, yeah. Weather does not matter at all.
We're not going to let the weather turn us down.
No.
But basically, it's a team event.
Yeah.
Family friendly. Throw the kids in the car. You can drive it. They can look for all the scavenger hunts along the way. You score it on your scorecard. And then the team that has the most correct scavenger hunt clues wins the scavenger hunt.
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. It's through Frederick County country roads.
Yeah.
We're kind of sticking towards the Mount Airy, Liberty Town area this year. And if you can imagine, it's beautiful out there. And it is family friendly. And then when you're done and you come back, we score your card. You're treated to an incredible lunch provided by Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, yes.
And this year we're doing steak. So,
Ooh,
get a sirloin.
Fancy. I love it.
Get a sirloin.
I love it.
Now, it is family friendly. And but I will say one of our poker run stops is a brewery.
Yeah.
So we have something for kids of all ages.
That's right.
The big kids can have some fun at the brewery. Poker run, what is that? A lot of people don't understand what that is.
Okay.
As you're going on the course for the road rally, you are then stopping at 3 select points along the way. When you get there, you're actually going to pull a poker chip out of a bag and score it on your scorecard.
Okay.
And then you will go to the 2 other ones and you'll pick up your last poker chip at the lunch at the end of the road rally. It's at that time that we actually assign the values of those chips.
Oh, so you might have 2 blues, a red and a white, but you don't know what amount those come to until you get to the very end.
We don't even know the amount. We don't know the amount until we pick them out and we assign the values.
Gotcha.
The winner of the poker run wins half of the proceeds that we take in for you to participate in the poker run.
What?
So you can win some fun money, have a great time, and obviously at the lunch that's provided by Outback and at the end of the event, we'll have raffles and a lot of other fun prizes. You'll actually get to meet a couple of our low-cost vehicle program recipients.
Oh,
we want them to be there so you can see that the road rally and what Second Chances Garage does is help people in the community, and you'll get to meet a couple of those wonderfully well-deserving.
Yes, yes. Well, it's a fantastic event. It is fun for everyone. I have run it one time before. It's a great time. Very hard to look for the clues when you're driving, though. So you definitely want those passengers in your vehicle to help spot while you're trying to drive.
Absolutely. Teams of 2 or more.
Yeah.
And it is difficult.
It
I
is.
laugh and say only one divorce
Yeah.
came of last year's because they were fighting it so bad. Turn around. We want to. So no, it's a fun time.
It is fun.
Competitive though.
It's
not
competitive.
easy.
No.
I'll just mention it's November 2nd.
Yeah.
We do it early in the morning so then you can have the rest of your day to attend all the other fundraisers that Frederick County has. We meet at Adventure Park USA at 8:30 in the morning and we start rolling at 9 a.m. And believe it or not, when you're done, you're back, you're eating lunch around 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's a full day, but it's a full day at the first part of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm going to make sure the website is up so you guys can go to it, but it's secondchancesgarage.org, right?
Secondchancesgarage.org.
Secondchancesgarage.org. You can register. You'll see right there the road rally. And if you really love this program, you like this organization, but you can't attend the road rally, there's a donate button right on that website for you to give and support what these guys are doing here because it is phenomenal work. It keeps Frederick strong, keeps our market makers, like we talk about all the time, the economy strong right here in Frederick County. Anything else?
I think you've covered it very well, but it is a fun event and we'd love to see you there.
Yeah, I want to thank Barbara and Second Chances Garage, and we thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. That is such a fun event. Really is. All right. One final thing. Heather Fletcher, a write-in candidate for the Board of Education. I did a town hall with her on Monday. You can see that full interview on our YouTube channel. Here is her pitch for your vote on November 5th.
it looks like I think we've ticked most of the questions that parents asked.
Okay.
Now what I'd like to do is to give you the floor and to let voters know why on November 5th they need to write in your name. Let's tell them too how they have to do it, right? Because they have to spell your name exactly. Is that correct?
So they can put my full name, Heather Fletcher, or you can write in just my last name, Fletcher. That because I'm officially registered as a write-in candidate, it'll count if just my last name is written in. That's why most of my signs have Fletcher. I thought it might be a little bit easier to remember. But at the ballot, at the polling locations, when you go inside, they should have my name. There. A list of all the write-ins. Now, I don't know how big that is.
Yeah. Might have to look for it. And, but I did check, and they're supposed to be at every single polling location. But there's nothing on the mail-in ballots about the write-in. Yeah.
So if you can remember Heather Fletcher, that's probably the safest bet. But Fletcher, according to their paperwork, should do the trick. And so... And I'm running because I think that we can do a whole lot better for our kids. They're not safe, I don't believe, in Frederick County Public Schools at this time. They're teaching very sensitive, confusing things to students at middle and high school, and they have been since 2018. This information is very controversial. And in 2021, they approved teaching this comprehensive health education framework, which you can look up on my website at fletcher4boe.com or the state. And they approved, the Frederick County Board of Education approved to teach this framework starting in pre-K. And again, it's very controversial information. They've not said once what their goals are for teaching this or how it's supposed to help our students. They will refuse to listen to doctors and mental health professionals that have spoken out against it. So it's really bad. I'm also running to support and help protect women's sports, their private spaces. In Loudoun County, a young 14-year-old was abused in a bathroom by a young man dressed up in a skirt. And then the school board covered it up and they moved him to another school and he did it again. It's not a safe environment. Our superintendent just approved 35 obscene, explicit books to stay in the libraries, even though 70% on a Frederick News Post poll said that the parents were not for this. 70% of parents weren't for this. They approved it anyway. And so I think we can do better for our kids. They deserve better, and the parents deserve better, and our teachers deserve better. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you agree, you're going to write in Heather Fletcher for Board of Education candidate on November 5th. That's your polling date. You can, of course, watch all the other interviews we've done on our YouTube channel. We want to thank you for making the time this evening. Appreciate it.
So
answering
much,
the questions, and we will see you guys next time.
Right. Yes. We want to thank Heather Fletcher for that. And look, it's important to be informed whether you have kids in school or not. All right. Coming up tomorrow, Alexis from Whistlepunk Farm and Deli. I have Lee from Osherman Family Foundation and Mary Ellen from Frederick Business and Professional Women's Club. That's all coming up tomorrow. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick today, though. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it. Good Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Your whole state